Good. Alright, bust it. Quick fast, hold on. Let me reflect like the sky be blue, true. First of all, I just want to say one thing. Before I start this video, I just want to let y'all know something. The opinions and views that I'm about to give you is from when I was the ages of 16 to 18 years old. 97 to 99. So this is how it was for us New Yorkers, people in the city, at least in my opinion, in my squad, how we felt about when DMX first came out. When DMX first came out, I think we heard him on Mount Money, Power, Respect. You know what I mean? Remember, I'm almost 40 years old, did a lot of drugs in my life, so my memory may be a little hazy. But I'll never forget this. So when DMX first came out, you know what I mean, he was alright. In our opinion, the nigga couldn't rap, the nigga was trash. Alright, that was the original opinion. Just follow me, just follow. So what wound up happening is eventually when he dropped his Dark and Hell is Hot, people started, especially with that Get At Me dog, people started, my squad at least, you know what I mean, started associating this dude with Bloods. Now, to give you a little backdrop, in the 90s, I grew up on East 93rd and Rutland Road. And niggas wasn't with that blood shit. And not only was like DMX, in our opinion, not a great rapper, you know what I mean? Like, just bear with me. We also felt like this dude was giving blood niggas like theme songs and shit. Now a lot of y'all probably don't remember how Bloods were back in the 90s, but dude, it used to be wild back in the 90s. So what happened was, you know what I mean? It was like they were force feeding DMX onto us. Like he dropped the album in 97, then and later on in 97 he had another album, and then in between that, we had the bootleg version of Belly. You know what I mean? We saw Belly a year before it came out. That's why I did shit in the box office. But there was an alternate ending, but I digest. So what happens is, it wasn't until about like, I remember I did a talent show with Wingate. Shout out to Wingate. And I remember I stole first prize. But that's a whole nother story. Remember that shit, Bo? Came back, stack of fucking Def Jam CDs. I was just throwing them shits out like ninja stars. But anyway, so what happened was, it wasn't starting until like 9, 8, you know what I mean? When all of a sudden, like, the girls, like, you gotta understand, in our high school, like, there was a lot of good girls, but a lot of the girls that were wild and crazy, they was blood. And I used to fuck with them. I ain't fuck with blood niggas, but I used to fuck with the chicks, you know what I mean? It's a chick, bro. So anyway, so I remember my girlfriend at the time, Nadia. Nadia, word of my mother, shorty was Trinidadian and Chinese, son. Just think about that for a moment. Her sister used to go out with some dude named Lucky. He was blood, so she was always playing that DMX shit. I used to be like, how the fuck y'all listen to that shit? I remember when niggas used to go to not clubs, bashments and shit. If y'all don't know what that is, Google it. We go to bashments, niggas throw that shit on. Niggas go wild and crazy. Like, yo, fuck DMX. I remember I used to be like, why am I gonna listen to the Locks? When I got Biggie, I got Cameron, I got Mace. You know what I mean? Why I'm gonna listen to DMX? To me, DMX was an East Coast version of Tupac. And let me tell you something, during the East Coast, West Coast wars, niggas was not bumping none of that shit. So, and then another thing that was a turn off with DMX, this nigga wanted to be like the ghetto fucking LL Cool J, right? He wanna rap with his shirt off and shit. Like, none of my favorite rappers rap with their shirt off. But listen, remember, this is the mind of a 16/17 years old dude. I remember one night, one summer, it was like summer, I think 98, I was doing summer school with Chiba. And back in the day, let me tell you something, I always stood with a speaker, boombox, radio, whatever. So one day, Chiba, he brought me a CD. We used to like go walk around the 40s and shit. He brought a CD of DMX, of like freestyles. Oh, and that was another problem with DMX and this shit, with the freestyles. Like, DMX is the one who exposed rappers as not being able to freestyle. We used to think freestyle, like, still to this day, it's off the head. You point at that, we rap about that. You point at this, we rap about that. DMX would have the same freestyle on like 6 different other people's tracks. Say I'm lying. Anyway, but the point is, so bumping it with Chiba, you know what I mean? I was listening to this shit, I was like, okay, DMX. I remember my man Mo couldn't stand DMX when the nigga first came out. So what happens is, I remember when I finally like listened to so one night, right, I'm chilling with my girlfriend. I'm chilling at Talitha's house. Most of y'all don't know who Talitha is. Whatever, that's fine. I'm chilling at my girl Talitha crib, son. And God, was she fucking amazing. So I'm chilling, and even she was listening to DMX. So one night I'm over there chilling, and somehow niggas done started something, came on. Mind you, the song has already been out for almost a year and a half. Son, and then I was lit. Back then, St. Oz was the shit. You know what I mean? I was drinking passion fruit, smoking. And then like when you get high and you get drunk, whatever, you get that clarity where you can hear everything. niggas done started something. When that nigga don't come at me with no bullshit, use caution. That hit. So then what happens was, then now that I got over the fuck DMX shit and fuck the loss, because by now I'm already digging them. The one thing I always loved about DMX to this day is that he never made you feel broke. He never made you feel poor. He never let you feel like you were less than him. As a matter of fact, if you listen to a lot of his music, you'll see that it was basically emo rap. Like there was no such thing as emo rap back then. But like it was a lot of like, what's that kid that everybody calls emo rapper? XXXXXX tension. Like that. It was emo rap. And we didn't understand that back then. Well, at least I didn't. And what happened was, that's one of the things I started to notice. DMX, like listen to all the rappers from back in the 90s when DMX came out. All of them, you rollies, you ain't shit, you broke, you a bum, you on the corner, you know what I mean? I'm rich, you not, haha, money. DMX never did that. You understand what I'm saying? He never bragged about his riches. He never made you feel like, yeah, nigga. You know, I understand where you coming from. You know what I mean? Like, eventually you understood the man's pain. That's why when I found out that DMX was in the coma, I was like, oh, that nigga gonna survive. Like, it's fucking DMX is Dark Man Xavier, you know what I mean? So what happens is when I found out he died, you know what I'm saying? When I found out he didn't have 30 minutes of oxygen to his brain, I was like, oh shit, it's basically over for the man. And I was gonna post the pictures, post rap music, post all that, but it's Instagram. Everybody's gonna do that for me. But what I wanted to do was just give you like how I grew up to start liking DMX, you know what I mean? And it's a shame that the man passed away at such a young age, you know what I'm saying? And because that's only 10 years away from me. 50's down the block for me now, you know what I'm saying? So, but the thing that I mainly wanted to get across is that, you know, back when DMX first came out, and you can ask, with the exception of them blood puddle niggas, you ask anybody, BMW, you know, BMW, 90 cent, 50 cent, Devil's Crew, 50 cents, 40 cents,